This is video 5 on spirituality. Everyday things that you can put in your life, in your everyday life, to help you be more spiritual, to help you have a more spiritual, better, enriched life, okay? So today is video 5, like I said, out of a 7-part series, and we are talking about affirmations, gratitude, and acceptance of others and situations. I'm just giving you my opinion. This is all my opinion. And this is things that I do to enhance my life, to make my life more spiritual. At least I believe it is, okay? So let's start with affirmations. That's probably the easiest, where everybody knows, right? Affirmations. So affirmations for me, I try to do that on a daily basis. I have little books like these. This is The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. And it's 366 new daily meditations, she calls them. But they're little affirmations for each day. So each day has a couple of paragraphs, maybe a page, and it kind of gives you something to focus on for the day. An uplifting kind of thing to focus on. That's really important. Here's another one, Staying Strong by Demi Lovato. So this one is very, very good. Very, very short. I'll give you an example. May 22nd, when you throw dirt, you lose ground. Texan proverb, right? Life is all about choices. We always have a choice in how we respond to offensive people. The most tempting thing in the world is to respond with the same kind of behavior we are offended by. Ask yourself what it really would achieve. The goal, next time someone insults you, calmly inquire how they would feel if you said the same thing to them. So that's another affirmation book. Here's another one, Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie. Excellent. I love it. You just pick the day, whatever date it is, you pick that day and you go ahead and read it, okay? Affirmations can be just, little quotes that are giving you some direction. I read cards, so I have cards that do that, oracle cards. These are wisdom cards by Louise Hay. They are all full of affirmations. Let's see. My love is limitless. And the back says, one of the bonuses about loving myself is that I get to feel good. Those are definite affirmations. And they just go on and on. I have unlimited potential. I am a yes person. I always have a choice. I choose to believe that it is easy to change a thought or a pattern. So these are all wonderful affirmations. There are all kinds of oracle cards, and they're full of affirmations. There's a healing mantra here, and those are full of affirmations as well. So there's all kinds of affirmations to lift your spirits, to help you feel better, to give you encouragement. There's affirmations even if you have addictions. There's affirmations to give you hope, to encourage you to keep going. All those kinds of things, okay? So all kinds of affirmation materials out there. The internet is full of them, okay? And I just absolutely love them. It just warms you right here, gets all your feels going, and it's just wonderful, okay? So yeah, that's affirmations. Then we're going to go on to gratitude. So gratitude is, to me, it's very important. It sets you apart from somebody else. It makes you think about your life in a different way, okay? It gives you a different perspective as to what's happening around you, to what you have to deal with. Maybe you have pain. So maybe you deal with pain. I deal with daily pain. So I like gratitude, every day, and it just puts me in a different headspace. So if I'm in pain when I get up in the morning, I'm having my coffee, and I say my gratitude. I like to say 3 things I'm grateful for when I get up in the morning and 3 things before I go to bed at night. And even if they're just little, like I'm grateful for my house today. I'm grateful that I have my kittens. I'm grateful that I have beautiful children, you know, and it puts a smile on your face. You immediately smile and you feel better. And I just think it's just fascinating. It's awesome. And it just adds to your day. So I try to practice it on a regular basis. Like I said, I try to add it to my daily routine. My granddaughter, I think I mentioned this in another video, and I thought it was awesome. And, you know, she went around the table the other day. We have family dinner once a month. And she went around the table and she asked everybody, give me your 2 stars and a wish for today. So your stars are the good things that have happened, right? So the things you're grateful for. And then your wish is the way you wish things would have happened. So even that you may be grateful for because it's showing you something else, you know? So out of every bad thing comes a good thing. And so you really have to think about that when you're thinking about gratitude. What does it mean to you? What are you hoping, right? What are you hoping to get from it? I think gratitude's really important, and I think it helps anybody. And when you go to bed at night and you say the 3 things you're grateful for, it just calms you. You know, you immediately take a deep breath, calms you down, and you can relax a little bit. You know, shuts off the mind of all the other things, and you're just thinking about the things you're grateful for. And it just makes a big difference in my life. And I hope it does the same for you. Acceptance of others, situations, and basically yourself. I think in order to accept others, you have to be very accepting of you. You know, we are the worst people to judge ourselves. We are so hard on ourselves. We do something wrong, we're just all over ourselves. We often judge other people as well. That's why there's racism. That's why there is all these sayings about different races, and that's why they're there, because people have judgments and they don't accept other people for who they are. How many relationships have you been in or seen that have split up because people judge each other? You have to be able to accept somebody who they are. You're not going to change somebody if you get in a relationship with them. It doesn't matter how long you're in it. You're not going to change them. Only they can change them. So accepting of who they are. If you can't accept who they are, what are you doing there? You don't need to be in that relationship. So I think you need to move on. If you can't accept your friend for their defects, what are you doing in that relationship? You need to move on. And I mean, even when it comes to family, sometimes there is some space that you need there, you know, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So I think it's really important that we don't put judgments on how we feel, and we don't put judgments on how other people feel. But what we need to do is learn to accept. Accepting our faults, accepting our limitations, accepting other people's limitations. You know, I've gotten pissed off before because somebody couldn't do something for me. I wasn't willing to accept their limitations. I tried to change them. I wanted to change them because I wanted it my way. I wanted it to suit me. So instead of saying, you know, this isn't going to work, or we're not on the same page, I just keep trying different things to make them change. How am I going to make this happen? How am I going to make them see that I'm right and I have the answers and I know what's best for me and I know what's best for them? That's not going to happen. It just won't. So I've wasted a lot of time doing that. You know, accepting other people for who they are is really important. You know, you've come a long way if you can just accept. Doesn't mean you have to put up with bullshit. Not at all. And some people you have to move out of your life, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I really think it's important to know that you don't have to put up with the bullshit. You have boundaries. You have all the safety things in place. So I'm not saying that. But to accept them as they are, that's important. And as a spiritual practice, how I see this as a spiritual practice is if you don't accept yourself, you don't accept other people, how are you loving? And spirituality is all about love. So how are you loving? How are you showing that love? How are you expressing that love to yourself or somebody else? You need to show the love, you know? You need to show them that you love them. And that may be letting them go. That may be the best thing you can do for somebody and for yourself, even though it may be the hardest thing. So yeah, acceptance is huge. Accepting yourself, accepting others, accepting situations. Like, yeah, some situations are hard. You get yourself in some places, and we have some times in our life that it's really difficult. People talk about it now as seasons in our life, right? We have different seasons in our life. Well, you know, I've had difficult seasons. I've also had difficult years. So yeah, I don't know, but it hasn't always been a walk in the park. But you know, if you fight it, you are constantly in turmoil. You're constantly in flight or fight mode. You can't relax. You can't meditate. You can't move forward. You can't accept. And you certainly can't love. You know, not the way you could without that. So you can love a lot bigger, a lot better without that stress. Okay? So I really think it's important that you decide what are your limits, right? And just keep working towards it. It is a lifelong journey. It's not just today, okay? It is a little bit every day. And, you know, you do these little steps every day, and hopefully, you know, it keeps you in some kind of order. And when you fall back, you get back up again, right? And you give yourself a wipe off, and you just wipe it all off you, and away you go again. That's what we have to do. And I just hope that this series helps you guys to learn a little bit more about yourself, figure out how to implement some of this in your daily routine to help you be more spiritual, to help you love more, right? Being more spiritual, acceptance, right? Acceptance of others. Being more spiritual, just loving everybody, you know? And it doesn't mean you have to love everybody all the time. You just have love for nature, love for the universe, love for other human beings, human existence, humankind. It doesn't mean you love every person. You know, we're not robots. You know, we have opinions, and we have likes and dislikes, and that's okay. That's why we select the people we select. They serve a purpose to us. And that's another thing, is learning that. And once you become more aware, you will learn how these people fit in your life, and should they be in your life, right? Are you holding yourself back? Are you holding somebody else back? What's going on there? Anyway, that can be a whole other video. I really think it's important that you learn to use affirmations. You use gratitude as much as you can, and really try acceptance. Really try to implement that in a little bit every day, every week, whatever it is that you decide you're going to put it into your life, okay? Other than that, you have a really wonderful day. Blessings, my dear. We will talk to you really soon.